We're Robin and Steve. In the last episode, we left off in South Percy Island, where we'd had a beautiful sunset.
So, Robbie, what do you think about the sunset?
I'm giving it lots of points. I think it's a really good sunset because it started with a focal point around the island, and then the awesomeness is just spreading outwards, and so that means it's a top rating sunset tonight.
Well done.
For me. What about you?
Yeah, I give it a 7.
We sailed off from South Percy Island on jib alone. We're a bit slow, so we're used to other boats tearing past, but the crew of this one took a picture of us. Just like Captain Cook, we've set rigid scurvy prevention rules. This was Scurvy Prevention Hour, and we haven't lost any teeth yet. Middle Percy Island has become a beacon for boaties, with its offerings of honey, fresh fruit, coconuts, and hearty goat stew. Boaties go to varying amounts of trouble to leave a symbol of their journey at the Percy Hilton. It's fun to look around. Had to think what I could leave there that could be plastic free. There are some very creative works on display and familiar names. Here's one from Free Range Sailing, whose videos we love. I decided to draw a Rakali, the animal after which our boat was named. I did a quick drawing on canvas that would last longer than paper and found a stick that looked a bit like a Rakali tail. Then where to put it? Not here. It might blow away. Yeah, here will do. Then it was coconut time. In 1874, the crew of the Pearl of the Royal Navy introduced coconuts and goats to the islands around here so that future crews could restock their food. The first coconut of the trip. Here's what Matthew Flinders wrote in 1802 about the lagoon at Middle Percy Island. I went to examine a little cove or basin into which the height of the surrounding hills gave expectation of finding a run of fresh water. The entrance is little more than wide enough for the oars of a rowing boat. The basin within side is mostly dry at low water, and the borders are overrun with a tiresome mangrove. But when the tide is in, it is one of the prettiest little places imaginable. Flinders, 1802. We were keen to take a bit of a walk, and we found ourselves surrounded by butterflies. There's conflict over these heritage goats. Since now 83% of the island is now national park, goats don't belong in national parks. They're cute, destructive and delicious, and so the controversy continues. Above these mangrove flats, it was great to see how the bush has regenerated since sheep were removed in 1964. We accidentally took the long track, but we needed it. Tired, we zipped back to the boat for a quick swim/bath. Once a bit cleaner, we were ready to feast on the beach with the other boaties at the Middle Percy Hilton. When we set off in the morning, it wasn't rough for a change. Steve wasn't used to that. We sailed towards Digby Island, and the fishing line was in. But 90% of the time, it's just there for decoration. It was even calm enough to do laundry as we sailed. At first we thought this was a sculptural feature for visitors, but no, bits of an unfortunate fishing vessel are strewn out over the coast. We climbed a steep ledge into long grass to check out the view. And I talked to Mum on the phone until the tiny bit of coverage we had cut out. We were invited to take a tour of this gorgeous old boat, Allagai. And we got to meet this sweet, feathery crew member who actually seemed pretty happy with the sailing life. mean, really, talk about cuteness with feathers. Before light, we set off towards Skawfell Island. The fishing line was out, but this time it wasn't just decoration. Steve caught a spotty mackerel. Here Steve is bleeding the fish off the side of the boat so that our cockpit doesn't fill with blood. We're house-proud like that. The fish died fast and was not wasted. We had more than our fill and knew we'd have no trouble giving some away. It was such a big fish and such a small boat that it was hard for me to get the whole man with fish shot in shot. It was misty at Skawfell Island. The mountains make their own weather. There are no tracks here and no goats, so the bush is thick and lush. It's great for fish watching by day and night. After walking on this not too crowded beach, we did find some bathers willing to accept some fish, and they fed us delicious pizza. It was a win-win. Next we had a good quick sail to St. Bees Island. Yawn, another beautiful tropical island. If you're sick of beautiful tropical islands, you're going to hate this. St. Bees gave us crazy rainbows, noisy bird calls, delicious fresh coconut, and a wild sunset. Plus some snorkeling before we made our way down the narrow channel between two islands, St. Bees and Keswick. Although it was glassy enough to do silks, at first there was a bit of a ripple, so I would sway like a pendulum. So after swinging about for a bit, we went snorkeling. It was down this way that we found some of our favourite coral gardens of the trip so far. I've left the sound in so that you can hear how noisy the coral reefs really are, if they're healthy. If you're sick of tropical islands and of tropical reefs, well, this video is really not for you. Above water, it did calm down, and so I could practice some silks. And then we went snorkeling again. And the fish are too beautiful, so you're just going to have to watch both at the same time. If you're not sick of beautiful coral reefs and tropical islands, then join us next time as we island hop our way around the Whitsundays and spend some quality time with fish. I'll leave you with this tip from Steve in case you would like to chat while you kayak.
Very awkward, but so that you can hear what I'm saying, this is how I have to paddle from now on.